We are going to be talking about the Tampa Bay Atlanta game last night, and it kind of revolves around this NFL coaching hot seat. That seems to be a little bit of a tagline for media people, shows to talk about, is this coach on the hot seat? And I do think it's a real thing that coaches can be on the hot seat. This is my thing. I would have the shortest leash. I think you get a max of 3 years. In the NFL, 2 to 3 years, right? Especially if you understand your circumstances. And Todd Bowles and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have been in a prime position to compete, really since they've got Baker Mayfield. Now, you could say Todd Bowles taking up a kind of I want to say an older, but an experienced Super Bowl championship team from Bruce Arians. Tom Brady left. He kind of picked, once Bruce retired, he had Tom Brady for a year or two. And then he gets Baker Mayfield in free agency. And he definitely plays way above expectations. He gets this team into the playoffs and wins a playoff game, right? Maybe there's some noise they can make. Baker Mayfield looks like the number one pick that he was. Everything's looking good in Tampa Bay. Last year, they dealt with some injuries at the wide receiver position, but they were still, made it into the playoffs, won a playoff game, and then you go into this year. You're still favored to win the division by a pretty big margin, and you start off the year with a couple of close wins, and it's through like the first 5 weeks where you're thinking, well, this team's pretty good. They're winning close games, which playoff teams do, right? And we complain all the time about the Chiefs and their record in one-time scores or in one-score games, and we're like, oh, those teams are frauds. Well, those teams end up being playoff teams because they're able to pull away those narrow victories. However, that eventually caught up to Tampa Bay this year, and now they're sitting with the record, I believe, in 7-7, and the Carolina Panthers have exceeded expectations, which happens, I want to say, every year with a team. There's always a team that exceeds expectations and potentially could win their division, and that's what we're seeing potentially this year with the NFC South. Tampa Bay is good, not great.